let's create a really fun Polaroid look for your online photos. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Daniel Allen. I'm a Seattle-based photographer specializing in landscape and portraits, and also everything having to do with like Photoshop and Lightroom and all of that. I really love the post-editing process. So that's what we talk about here on this channel mostly. And today we're going to create a Polaroid kind of look. So something kind of fun for you to do while we're all sitting in quarantine. You know, something different to do with some of your photos. Maybe you've got some photos that you know, aren't really portfolio worthy, but they'd be kind of fun and cool to put on your social media. So this is kind of one of those types of looks. And let's just dive right on into it. So this episode does come with a free download. So if you go to my website, danielalanimages.com, and come up here to the For Creatives tab. And right now I only have this up there, but I'm hoping to add some more stuff, some more freebies, and you know, things to help you be more creative with your photography. So scroll down to where you see free downloads, and this handsome guy here saying taking a break and Polaroid templates. So you're going to click on download free here, and that is going to download the PSD template file. And if we hop over to, if you go to your downloads folder, sorry, I'm a Windows guy. I don't know where it would be for your Macintosh or Apple, you know, systems, but you know, go to wherever it downloaded to, and drag that into Photoshop. So if we take a look here, you'll see a couple things. So there's this Polaroid group right here at the top, and that has all of the different content in here. Let's start at the bottom. There's just this black background. You're not going to really need it unless you want to add something. Your picture maybe doesn't go all the way to the border, then you can, you know, utilize this black background. Otherwise it's just for looks here. So when you look at it, it looks good. Put your photo here. You don't actually have to put it on that layer. Just put your image in this general area right here. There is a vector border here. This is the border for the Polaroid look. And then this layer for handwritten notes. There's absolutely nothing special about this layer. It's just there for you to kind of do something fun with it if you want to. And then surface lighting effects. This is just kind of an extra little layer that kind of adds a general gradated tone across your entire image to give it kind of a uniform look, like it's got a sheen over the top of it, and gives it that kind of emulsion kind of feel. So let's go ahead and try it. Let's drag something into here. So I'm going to go to my my Lightroom, and I'm going to say edit in Photoshop. I'm going to say edit with a copy with Lightroom adjustments, just in case there's anything I changed that I want to bring over there. And here we are in Photoshop. I'm going to take and drag this over. I like to put it into, I like to put my image into the Polaroid, the Polaroid template, just because I think it's easier that way. Instead of dragging the Polaroid template over to my image, it's just easier this way. But when you save it, make sure you don't save over the top of, you don't overwrite the original file, because that'll be kind of bad for you. So way too big, as you can see here. So I am going to transform this. It's way, way, way too big. And we're just going to kind of move this around and reposition it until it looks about right. Now the crop factor for these Polaroids, and historically they were this way too, you know, they were just really very square. So you're going to have to make sure you crop in quite a bit on some of these, but just come up with some kind of fun little placement that looks good to you, something that utilizes as much of the real estate as you can, and kind of has a pleasing kind of placement. So something like this, I think it has a nice leading line that goes off like that. And I'm going to say, okay, that works for me. Now, the surface lighting, it can be a little bit much, so you can drop it down if you want to. I think for this image, it probably was a little too much, so I dropped it down there. And then you can also add some other kind of tones if you want to as well. So you could come in here to, say, color lookup, and let's do a how about crisp winter? No, maybe crisp warm? No, too much. Beach bypass? No, too much. You can play with these different filters and, kind of do like the whole Instagram kind of feel and vibe to your image. There we go. That looks kind of nice. And then, of course, you can just, drop the opacity if it's too much for you. And there you have it. Now, if you want to, you can add some handwritten notes on here. And we'll do that with the brush. And I suggest pulling out the brushes palette here. There's actually some really cool effects that you can do here. So, like, if you've never looked in here, I highly recommend you look. Just always some fun stuff that I find in here. But where was the one that I was really interested in? It was... I think it was pencil hard. And then for the brush, we're going to have the opacity all the way up and pressure sensitivity for opacity, but not size. And then we're going to make this a little bit bigger. And I am going to rotate my screen here. I just find when I'm drawing, doing handwriting and stuff, it's a little bit easier if I rotate it. And then let's just pick a color like red. And we can go. That is not quite the look that I was going for, but you can kind of get the feel for, you can kind of get a sense of what I was trying to do there. Let's play around with some of the other brushes here. Was it this one? Is that not painting anything? Ah, that's a smudge. That's a smudge one. That's why. Okay, so you do have to bear in mind the different icons right here. So this is a smudge brush. You can tell by the little finger icon right there. It might be hard to see on YouTube, but let's try this one. That's a brush. That's a little bit better. And we adjust the size here a little bit. And we go summer. A little too big here. Summer days. And it kind of has that look of like, it was maybe done with lipstick or something like that. We can try a different layer. Let's see, add a little bit of, we can't adjust the hardness at all, so. Let's say you do this for your special someone. For you, love. Anyways, you get the idea. rotate this back. And then you would just save this out to like a JPEG file or, you know, whatever to upload to your social media. So let's try another photo just so I can show you how different photos react in here. Let's try this one. Edit in. There we go. Drag it over, drop it, and we're going to have to scale it. And you can actually also drop directly from like File Explorer or Finder, I think it is in Apple. You can just drop directly into Photoshop, and it'll make it as an embedded object, which, you know, is fine. Nothing wrong with embedded objects. Here we go. So that's another one, and for this one, we might take off that color lookup, maybe boost the opacity just a little bit, and then you can write whatever note you wanted there. Let's try one more. We'll add this one. And once again, drop it into here, scale it. I'm actually going to exit this because it put it in the wrong place. I want to move it down to here so I can see the frame around it. That's going to allow me to have a better idea for how this is going to look and make sure that I'm not cutting anything off. Zoom back in and fine tune. There we go. And for this one, I might kind of do like 20% on the surface lighting effect, and then let's see if we like it with the color lookup. Color lookup's kind of nice on this one. If you don't want to do a color lookup, you can also do a gradient map. They went and changed all of this. Wow, they went and changed everything. So usually I like to keep the black set black and the white set white, and then add tones for the different shadows and highlights. So something like this. So maybe a little bit of blue into there. And actually, we can raise our black just a little bit to give it that kind of faded look. That's always kind of nice. And then for over here, let's add a kind of a warm orange color. That could be kind of nice. And we want to drop this down to here. So it's just affecting the image. I am not sure what is happening. Well, we'd have to fine tune this a little bit, but you kind of get the idea. So you would drop the opacity down really low on this. I think my gray, my black might be a little bit too light. That's probably what the problem is. There we go. That's a little bit better. And drop the effect all the way down, raise it slowly until we get the desired look. And there you go. Kind of a custom little color toning there that we did with it. And for the lighting effect, the overlay, that looks good right about there at 17. So, and again, you just go and export all of these out, you know, and then upload them to your social media platform. Well, I hope you enjoyed this quick little, I didn't want to spend too much time on this. I just thought it'd be fun to do a little quick freebie thing for you guys to download and play around with and give you something different to do while you're stuck at quarantine like me. I mean, I guess it's not quarantine. I guess you're only in quarantine if you have it, and you need to, if you have the Rona, as the kids are calling it, if you have the Rona and need to social distance away from people so you don't spread it. But yeah, most of us are probably at home a whole lot more than we normally were beforehand. And if you're running out of ideas and things to do, this is something that could, you know, maybe give you some inspiration and try some different things. So I hope you give it a shot. Let me know in the comments if you like it or any suggestions you have for improvements to it, or, you know, I'd love to see some of your images that you've done with it. So be sure to tag me on the different social media platforms, and I would love to take a look at it. And if you like this video and you want to see more content like it, but I can't talk, hit that like button and subscribe and ring the bell so you get notifications when I upload more videos for you to enjoy. So it was great seeing you guys all. Well, I see you out there. So it's good seeing you all today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, take care. Bye.